Hey mathematicians, let's do your homework. All right, so on this side, I'm starting on the side that says homework. Some of you might be starting on this side, but just flip the page. We're going to start here. Samuel has a triangular shaped yard. Okay, so triangles are different area formula, but this first question we have to read closely actually asks about the perimeter. Perimeter is when you put a fence around something, which is what the actual question is talking about. If you start here and you put a fence all the way around your triangular shaped backyard, what number do you not include in perimeter? Well, the one we didn't pass by. This 1.5 feet is not used for perimeter. So perimeter is adding. You're going to add up these 3 measurements to find your perimeter. Include your units. B is asking for the area. If you did not bring a star chart home, your area formula is 1/2 base times height. So this is the formula you're going to use. You have to decide which of those numbers, 4.5, 1.5, 7, or 8, is your base, and which one is your height. Remember that your base and your height have to make a right angle. Solve for your area. Here we have a parallelogram. I'm asking you for the area of a parallelogram. The area for a parallelogram is area equals base times height. That's only 2 numbers. One of these numbers in this drawing is there to confuse you. You don't have to use every single number. A triangle. Okay, we're talking about area. Area equals 1/2 base times height. I gave you the base. I gave you the height. Figure out which of these is your answer. I do not want to see just A, B, C, or D. You have to show me work. You did it somehow, put it on the page. Do not tell me you did it in your head. This one is probably the hardest one here. A trapezoid, so we'll start with our area formula. Trapezoid area equals 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times height. We don't know the height. We do know all the other components. So the area is 159. I'm going to replace my A with 159. Equals 1/2 of the bases. The base lengths are these two. 10 1/3 plus 16 1/6 times H. Okay, when you add fractions, if you're adding, you have to have common denominators. You are not allowed to say thirds plus sixths make ninths. Because if I cut something into 3 pieces, and I have one of them, and I also have sixths, and I have one of them, together that does not make 2 pieces that are this size. That actually looks like it's even less than what we started with. So that is not how adding fractions works. You need a common denominator. Thirds you can easily cut into sixths. 1/3 is the same as 2 sixths. So let's rewrite. 1/2, 10 2 sixths plus 16 1/6 H. We start by adding our 2 bases. 10 plus 6 is 26. 2 sixths plus 1/6 is 3 sixths. 159 equals 1/2 of 26 3 sixths times H. 3 sixths that's my beautiful drawing, this much, which looks an awful lot like half the circle. 3 sixths is equivalent to 1/2. If I look over my answer choices though, because I don't want to do more work than I have to, I don't see fractions. I see decimals. So let's change 1/2 or 3 sixths into a decimal form. That's 159 equals 1/2 of 26.5 H. Do not pick the option that says 26.5 because you have not cut it in half yet. 1/2 of 26 is something smaller than 26, so it's not 150. It's not 150. 1/2 of 26 is 13. 1/2 of 5/10 is 25 hundredths. We still don't know what H is, but we do know that that all equals 159. I am not asking you to solve for H. I'm just asking you to do the first few steps and pick me the right answer. Flipping the page. This page is all trapezoids. So every single problem, area equals 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times height. You can, whoa, that's an H. There we go. You can literally go through each problem and just start by writing every single formula. I don't even need to read them. I told you they're all trapezoids. We need to know the area or the missing element that involves knowing the area formula for each of them. So just go through and, oopsie, and scroll. No, don't open a PowerPoint. Go away. Technical difficulties. And write your area formulas. Okay. This problem, the last one on the page, this third to last one. So the bottom two, they're asking you to solve for the height. The top two, they're asking you to solve for the area. I'm going to do one of these with you, and it's going to be the first one because it's kind of confusing what the height is. So the trapezoid has base lengths of 10.5 and 16. Great. Area equals 1/2 of 10.5 plus 16. The height of the trapezoid is, that means equals, so height equals 1/2 as long as the longer base. Which of these is longer? 16. What is half of 16? Half of 16 is 8. So your height is 8. Now you can continue and solve your problems. Add, then cut it in half, multiply times 8 in whichever order you want. It's going to give you one of those answer choices. If you circle it without the proof, without the work on your page, then you're going to be serving it attention because you've got to show your work. Down here, I gave you, this is probably the easiest one, I gave you your two bases, I gave you your height. Tell me what the area is. Here, I gave you the area, 408 equals 1/2, and I gave you the bases, 20 plus 28 times height. If we don't know height, we're going to keep writing h. So add 20 and 28. 408 equals 1/2 of 48 times h. You can cut 48 in half. 408 equals 24h. When you don't know your 24's times tables, because I don't know my 24's times tables, you can say, okay, 24 times something equals h. Well, I don't know what that something is, so I'm going to divide both sides by 24. 408 divided by 24. Here's the strategy I was talking about in tutoring, if you stayed, or if you didn't and you want to learn more strategies like this, come to tutoring. 24 goes into 4 0 times. 24 goes into 40. I know that 24 doubled is 48, so only one time. Stop working. Don't do more than you have to. There's only one answer that starts with a 1. It has to be that answer. I don't want to finish the problem because I already know the answer is B. So that's like a strategy that you can use. You've shown me all your work. You didn't finish the long division because you didn't need to. There's only one answer it could be. Same deal here. You'll be able to solve the problem once you get down to the division stage. Once you get that first number, you should be able to tell. Is it a 1? Probably not, because you can't tell just from the 1 if it's F or G. It's either going to be a 2 or a 5, and either way, you can find your answer. Take it slow. Show every step. We have a test on Friday, and this is going to be on it, both sides. If you do this page, where every single one of these has your formula, has your substituted variables, substitute numbers for the variables, and you solve it on every single one of these problems, then you get a homework pass. If you do this page, but not this one, no homework pass, and you didn't turn in your homework. This was not homework. It is optional. If you don't feel like doing it, you don't have to. All right, good luck.